Turning on the air conditioner wouldn't have any.
Hot?
Wouldn't have any effect on. Grown Man Record Night's brought to you before a live studio audience.
Show it again.
Okay, folks, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. As you can
evening.
Well, our Friday the 13th special. Is that a voice?
We are glad you are with us tonight.
Friday the 13th. I'm a Greek immigrant selling hot dogs downtown. I'm trying to sound like a scary man, and I ended up sounding like a hot dog vendor. Not there's anything wrong with a Greek man selling hot dog. Oh, see, that didn't come in. So we just had a crash.
Friday the 13th.
We just had a crash, and that means that some of the stuff that I loaded earlier in the evening no longer works. Like,
many things have happened tonight.
For instance, this. This and
okay.
Yeah, the old Friday the 13th graphic from Sean 0612. This is our how many Friday the 13th episodes have we done? I think. No, probably more than that. I'm thinking.
Seventh season.
Yeah. We've done a lot of these program shows.
Oh, wait, so I don't think this is an annual thing, Friday the 13th. No, sorry.
It's more of
what happens at late night.
It's more of an anal thing.
An annual thing, yes.
Hey, Jay, would you hand me my work phone? I'm trying a new thing where I downloaded the app on the work phone, and then I can monitor the chat if I don't do anything else. I can try to keep up with...
You mean someone else is paying this bill?
Nope, no bill. Only copods.
Is this 220?
220, 221, whatever it takes. I just said here on the chat.
Okay.
So
wow, that's big.
That's big. I said here.
I'll probably get on Entertainment Tonight. Here's some tweets that went out. Sadie Miller says here. Steinus.
That's a good theme song. Folks, over here in the Atari Alcove this evening, we watched, if you follow us on the Facebook, actually I didn't do this on Grown Man Record Night Facebook thing this week, but I picked up the Red Balloon on, or Balloon Rouge on VHS this week, and if we're friends at all, you may know that I have this weird irrational fear of balloons. And,
I remember the time I came to work and someone in our department had filled your whole cubicle with balloons. The whole cubicle was full of balloons.
That was my problem.
Knowing what it does to you.
No, that's my problem.
Okay, so the red balloon is following this kid.
Following the kid. And so...
if you had your 3D glasses on,
I would come right at you.
Probably enjoyed that shot.
Right up your buddy Hoyle. So no, the balloon starts... I don't care for that at all.
You shouldn't look at it.
I don't like that.
Avert your eyes, oh Lord.
So yeah, I picked it up. I figured, man, the thing that, and what a better night to watch. I feel like I'm not finishing Scent, and but I picked it up and we can watch on Friday the 13th because that's what today is. It's scary time, and I watch a scary movie.
That's relative, I think.
I got relatives that are scary. Some of them are sort of hot.
Hot and scary?
Hot and scary. I think that's the scary part of it is how much I would sleep with some of them. Can we start the whole show over?
Just half of it.
2 and 1.
I think the open was fine. The
open was fine. We'll come in right here. All right, and we'll start that one over. I got stuff. What are we talking about? Well, what a crazy show last week. I had the torn up camera, and then cameraman came in here and fixed it, lickety-splitch. And as you can see tonight by the quality, we're back. We're still on the backup camera. I got a new device coming.
I don't hate it.
No, it's kind of...
One thing I don't like is I can't see, there's no, with your the G, whatever, there was a viewer, and I could see...
Yeah, like a flip-out LCD screen.
I could show pictures. Yeah. Now you're just blindly walking up there and...
True. I mean,
You kind of feel where the space is.
There's definitely a lot less chroma on this camera.
We should put a piece of plexiglass with a little square.
If you turn the
that's where you
viewfinder
place the album
around, you can see into it, but
sure.
you got to get so close.
You got to get really close.
Yeah, I'm trying not to step on this raw circuit board over here on the floor to create a bad effect.
Did you say flourish?
Earlier, I think I said flourish.
Flourish.
Yeah. Florsheim. Great shoe.
Good shoe.
Good shoe.
Good shoe.
Oh, hell of a shoe.
Hell of a shoe.
That's a grown man shoe right there.
That's a non-hell of a shoe.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Fleischmann's. No? Florsheim.
I'm thinking of the Beatles.
Florsheim. That's what I'm thinking of. So anyhow, whatever. What the hell is we talking about? Oh, this weirdo camera that we're using, man. Straight up got it at
Classic
Goodwill.
camera. It's solid state, in fact.
Yeah, it is.
I believe
it's not a tube camera. No.
I don't think so.
Probably.
No, it's solid state. Those early solid states, but you know, yours is 3 chip. This one's not even probably 8 chip.
That's
so
not even 8 chip.
You know, it's.
You know, I will say, we do a lot of the news
early like home porn was probably shot on that.
Probably. It is kind of sticky on the side. It does say switch hitter on the side, actually.
Okay, then.
It does say switch hitter.
Okay, then.
Because you can switch the viewfinder.
Little menage a trois.
Toys.
Menage a tortoise?
So I found it's not today, but yesterday would have been the 39th birthday of the guy I played bass with for a long time. A lot of rock and roll bands. Yesterday would have been his 39th birthday, and he passed away in 2006, car accident. But he's still a hell of a friend of us, and I think about Bo all the time. And
Bo Bice?
Yes, Bo Bice from American Idol. Jay's booing from in there. But no, I think about Bo all the time, man, and we got a cool...
hell of a bass player.
I got a hell of a bass player, and I got a guitar in here, a busted up guitar that I keep on my wall, and people come in and write things on it and sign it and stuff. And
we're waiting for your signature.
Crazy people have signed this thing, and people I really know and have known for a long time. It's other people that have just stopped by, which is really crazy. But
I see John Miller.
No, from
John
ESPN.
No, that's the guy Donald Trump said was on the phone.
Oh.
With People Magazine was John Miller.
Oh yeah. I thought John Miller's the guy from ESPN, isn't he? Baseball commentator. John Miller and Joe Morgan. They got fired. They're all fired. But anyhow, right in the middle where Bo signed it, it says shit happens.
Okay.
I don't think I could say that any better than that. Shit happens. And so I'll tell you what, let's do this old shot.
Okay. You want to?
I got a good story about Bo, but I can't tell him.
You're not on the mic.
Nobody can hear you, Jay. Because I can't tell him. Well, I can't tell him.
Where's the, oh, you got it right there.
I will say, back in the day, Bo, if you were, if it was your birthday, Bo would show up at your house, no matter who you were, he would show up at your house with a big fat joint.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, other people.
Right.
Show up at their house with a big fat joint, and he would take a pen or a Sharpie and write your name on the side of it. And it'd be big, real big. Big enough to where you could see, oh, he wrote my name on it. I'm not like Scribble Scrabble. Wrote an actual big ass name on it.
Wow.
And that meant he would always bring his friends a big joint with their name on it for their birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to smoke that kind of business, so I didn't have to worry about it, but he'd bring me a pizza pie. I didn't do that kind of mess.
You didn't show at your mom and dad's house?
You gonna try this?
No, he brought up a pizza pie. So anyhow,
Mike's has an idea.
I do have an idea, and in the spirit of Bo's birthday, this is something we're going to try a new shot.
You might see vomit.
We're going to take some Wendy's chili sauce, right, that you get with your chili,
yeah.
Or you can ask to get it so you can pour it over your French fries.
It's kind of like Tabasco.
But no, it's
very thin.
It's thin, but it's a different thing.
But you're right, it's kind of.
We're gonna soak our limes in this, and then do a shot of tequila.
Put it on my hand.
Soak your limes.
I'm not gonna soak my lime. I'm gonna hold my lime, but I'm gonna ingest that somehow. Put it in my little.
I don't think that'll get everywhere.
Put it in my scotch.
I think I should put a little on your lime.
Put it in my scotch.
It's too thin. It'll run all over.
I don't think so.
It'll run all over.
Put it in there.
you say?
All right.
Your scarch?
That's it, right there.
Okay.
See? It's not running.
Is that like the salt? Is that?
So I'm dipping this on here, on this lime. And this goes out to Bo, because Bo never got to experience a damn Grown Man Record Night, but
Or Wendy's chili sauce.
he did love chili sauce.
All right, then.
But I think he would have dug GMRN. So here's to Bo. What do you think about that?
I think vodka would have been a better choice for that.
Yeah,
It was good.
but the chili lime kind of works together.
Oh, yeah. Maybe yours might have been better than mine. I was like all sauce and then tequila. And
Yeah, you should soak your lime.
Soak your lime, folks.
That's a great sauce.
Bottom line, soak
Good
your lime.
stuff. Okay, I'm trying to look.
Thomas. That's the recipe for sauce.
He don't know nothing.
He's dead.
But there was there something else I was gonna say about somebody?
I think so.
Nope. I think that's it. Why don't we get
string fellow?
Why don't we get into some of the shit we played this evening? Played a lot of great records and some stuff I've not played in a little bit. Took a little different turn than a lot of evenings. Had some kind of weird shit. Came in kind of last minute this evening for sure.
I did, yeah.
No, I came in, it was 8:28. And I'm like, oh, because I went to the record store before I came over. We got some great stuff to show you in Dig It a Week. Because of that, first time I went record shopping in a while, but when I got in the house, I'm like, oh, okay, let me take out the trash. And I looked at the thing, I'm like, oh shit, I got like 2 minutes. So I came in here and just threw some shit together and got ready to go, baby. Woo, woo, woo! So Gary, Indiana, you're on the line. Gary, Indiana, you're live with Grown Man Record Night. Let's go ahead. Caller, do you have a question?
I think they hung up.
Okay. Yeah, I got to play some cool records. I came in here all last minute, so that put me in kind of a little bit of a frayed edge.
You're a fan of the fray.
So I was just kind of grabbing stuff that I wasn't really planned out. Started with a crazy like hardcore band, a little more on the punk side of things. Murder Suicide Pact, Die Screaming. This was a dig of the week from several weeks ago, but we've played it maybe once on the show, and I just kind of grabbed it and threw it up there.
Oh man.
There you go, right there, Jay. There's your mark. Look at your mark.
Yeah,
Line it
stay
up.
right there where that
Line it up.
battery pack is.
Line it up. Line it up.
Perfect. You're right in the middle.
That's right in the middle. Line it up. So I pulled an old school record. I got this when I first started collecting because I wanted to. I was looking for funkier stuff, and this is Heatwave, Too Hot to Handle, which is I think it's a compilation. And I played side one. This is the one that says, read that top business right there.
Contrary to popular opinion, it is England, not United States, that is really the land of 1,000 dances. While the disco scene flourishes and grows on this side of the ocean, the fact is that England and all of Europe have been taken by storm by clubs where people love to get down by shaking it without breaking it. Some of the artists who dominate the English and European disco universes are barely known in our own country, though they consistently have many huge hits all around the world.
Yeah, so they're saying they invented disco is basically what we're getting around to
This
here.
is not a compilation, I don't think.
No, it's not. Why'd I say that? But there's some great. We playing side one, and they say disco. It's a lot more heavy on the funk side than disco. There's some boom, boom.
Oh, it's
boom,
disco,
boom, boom.
but it's funky disco.
But it's real funky, I would say.
Boogie night, boom, 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 dancing, baby.
You could go one step closer, Jay. But I mean, there you go. Right there, too far. Now you went two
Jay,
steps.
you went too far.
Right there. Now flip it around the other way. That's perfect center right there.
And bow to your woman.
And an immaculate.
Bow to your partner.
An immaculate 1980s
Swing
color.
her low.
I meant to grab a picture of this camera, like from the web or something, and post it up.
Let people just use their imaginations.
You guys would have no idea this camera we're using. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's something else. I decided to pull out. I hadn't played this in a while. After Bathing at Baxter's, a little Jefferson Airplane, man.
After Bathing at Baxter's.
I think this is a reissue.
Is it?
Maybe not. I can't remember.
Maybe not.
But I hadn't played this in a while.
Maybe it's an original.
Great Great Jefferson Airplane. Probably
Yeah.
my top couple, if not my very favorite.
How's that?
Jay? No, that was good. That was actually good because you were right up on the, yeah. You're doing a good job. I'll tell you what, we'll all take a lap with you. Just to, you know what?
We're a team.
We're all a team. We all have to do laps.
Mm-hmm.
Always, for all the times.
For all time.
Pulled out a cameraman record out of the cameraman stack over there earlier, and it's one of the Lionel Hamptons that you don't see very often. The Exciting Hamp in Europe, which he released on Glad Hamp Records, which is his actual own record label. As I say, actual, a couple too many times with an.
I love that because you can when he's playing, you can hear him grunting. Kind of like if you heard those tracks of Bonham in the stairwell, you can hear him like on Into the Outdoor playing drums, but you can hear him like grunting through these rolls and stuff.
Because he was having a butt boil. He was giving himself a butt boil.
Lionel Hampton, just fantastic.
Maybe he was.
Simply fantastic.
You think he liked Rob Roy's a lot?
Who are we talking about?
Bonham. How many Rob Roys do you think John Bonham has drank?
How many shots did they say he had when he died? It was incredible.
Yeah,
No,
like
it was
5
75
pints
or
of
something.
like that.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Semen?
No.
That's grody, Jay.
Grody.
I don't want to get into it with you. Don't start up with me, Jerry. Don't start up with me.
Jerry Hegg?
Pat Heggie. Hey, I got all these Mothers and Zappa records, and I don't play them enough because it's some of my favorite baloney. Speaking of baloney, we'll get to a little more of that in a minute. But I pulled out just another band from LA, which has one of my favorite Zappa / Mother songs, Call Any Vegetable. Different version than the other one. But, of course, it's different from the other one. But, man, what a great album. Who?
I like that picture on the back.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's great. Great shit, man. I actually passed on a reissue of a Captain Beefmaker today.
There's a lot out there now.
Yeah, it was $10. It was from something that was from just, I think, 2014.
I might have picked that up if I was a betting man.
But it was like 4 really long blues tracks,
Okay.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Very light on the vocals.
Yeah, even better for you.
And then, but
But
4
but
really long tracks.
Okay.
So they kind of meander on, and I don't know about you, but after some blues jams, you get halfway through and you're like, oh, all right.
well, if it's Cream, I could say I'm in. But if it's something, I don't know,
I don't know if I was there with this one. That's kind of my point.
the Killer Bees.
And I was going to buy it because I'm like, you know what? I may be kind of wishy-washy on this shit today. Tomorrow, I'm going to be sitting at home going, why didn't you buy the Captain Beefheart? So I was going to buy it until I picked up what I actually picked up for Dig of the Week.
Well, I have an
we'll
interesting
get
story about that, and I'll tell it later.
We'll get more on that. We'll get more on
Is
that.
it- what are we at the Invictus Games?
Yeah.
Hey, now.
Sorry.
He's been all week.
Prince Harry McGee.
Oh, God.
Okay, everybody.
Steve
This was
wrote
Dig of the
that
Week
down.
last week, a little 75-cent pickup.
It just
The
rolled off my head. What are you talking about? Wrote it down.
Steve wrote that down over lunch today.
Africa Bambaataa and the Sonic Soul Sonic Force. Planet Rock, man. We talked about it last week. Great
This one
pickup.
might be tough to get.
Do you remember James Brown and Africa Bambaataa together in the 80s? It was like peace, love,
Oh, that sounds
and
familiar.
having fun. Peace, love,
Peas?
something, and having fun. It was kind of dance,
Yeah.
but it was pretty killer.
Yeah. You got it?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't see. Now look how wrinkly it gets. That used to bother me
He
as a kid.
flattened it. He stepped on it.
That's like putting your elderly parent
What's
to death.
this?
That's what they do, man. Jay, you pick up a microphone. Tell us about this record
Hey, is
album.
This is a Weird Al I picked up today, which is not playing North Carolina now. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah.
Weird Al's not playing North Carolina
Weird Al pulled out.
because of HB2.
Came on his sheets. Let me see that.
You know, I don't even know the name of the record. I think it's maybe I Love Rocky Road.
Is this called Rock? Well, no, it's called Weird Al Yankovic.
I don't have no
Self-tape?
idea. I have no idea
I
what
wanna
it falls
see
in line
who
with
the
the
artist
Weird
is.
Al.
That was pretty funny. We saw,
But it's a good.
I mean, we
good
listened
little
to
record. Good little record.
Ma Bologna.
No, it's self-titled. My Bologna.
It's like
Wow,
brand,
this is an old one.
and it's like brand spanking new condition. This is
From '83.
Wow.
It looks like it's in
Pretty
perfect
cool,
condition.
man.
maybe I have something there then.
I
Is it a
love
dollar
Rocky.
record?
It's got I Love Rocky Road.
Ma Bologna.
I was wondering if it had another one, Rides the Bus, but I don't think that was
Yes.
on it.
Yeah, it is.
It does.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah, we listened to that.
Shit.
Another one, Rides the
Yeah,
Bus.
so it's
Okay,
fortunate,
this is really
it's fortunate to
probably
pick that up
this is
today.
his first album.
That was my dig of the week.
Well,
Oh.
you did well.
You know what, Jay? You get a graphic then. You want
should get like a-
graphic? Look at that Jay graphic.
Jay gets a boner for that.
Graphic.
You got a boner graphic to give him?
I'll tell you what, I'll give him a bump set salvation for that. How about that?
Okay. Just as good. Bump set boner salvation. There you
Yeah.
go. Good job, Jay.
There's a Jesus dick down there somewhere underneath that. I'm just saying.
What else did you play? You know, you played something else that was really good.
Oh, and then look, all the balloons said.
Yeah, get back to the show.
But all the balloons are
If you can't share the balloons with our studio
similar.
audience,
But all these balloons are cool. Fire it up, baby! Rick James. This is one of the first records I bought when I started collecting again. I've had this record for a very long time.
fired up.
Listen to side one, Fired Up, Love Gun, and some other business on there. What made me really want this is I
Kiss song, Love Gun?
was in a band and we went down and played this show and they had this huge ass banner poster of the cover of this album.
I tell you though, we were listening to that, and then it went into this. It turned out to be a slow jam.
Yeah.
But the start of it was like a folk song. It was really,
He was singing really high.
really cool.
Yeah, he was way
It
up
was
there.
very acoustic, and it was like, you know, it's like
Weird Al.
I was like, did somebody switch records? And then, of course, they went into like put the candle on, and let's
Yeah.
lay down the bear rug.
Weird Owl? Who?
What?
Weird Owl. Who? Where are all the balloons taking him? Oh no, everywhere. All the balloons are taking him everywhere. Write that down, Jay.
I'm gonna turn that TV off.
Write it down. All the balloons are taking him everywhere. See there? Alcohol does help you come up with some good stuff sometimes. Ornette Coleman, baby, of Human Feelings. This is the later Ornette Coleman, of course. I can't remember what year this. You know what year that is? You see something on there about it?
1999.
Nope.
2016.
I think he toured with Limp Bizkit when this came out. So
Well,
it's got to
the
be.
bass, we were wondering about the bass player, some African gentleman.
I
named-
joked and said Ron Carter, and then I was like, I don't know, it could
it's
be Ron Carter.
Jamaluddin Takuma.
Okay. What label is that? That's a weirdo
It's
label.
Antilles label. Antilles label, 1982, Island Records.
Island,
It says Island Records on
okay.
the copyright, but it says Antilles, probably a sub.
82, you say?
1982.
Okay.
Pretty killer, man.
Yeah,
it just never stopped. It was just like
It's fusion, but
Like I
it's
was
like,
thinking Frippertronics.
it's
jazz.
bonkers. Yeah, it's one of those bonkers records. It stays on you. Bump, 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 bump. There's no like slow
Yeah,
down.
you're not going to be like,
it's
okay,
hitting
let's
you the whole
sit down
time.
for a minute. No, it's like totally in your face the whole time.
Yeah. Hey, you busted this one out. This is about the time you came into the restroom when I was showing everybody my vagina that I identify
You said
with.
put something on that
Rockin'.
rocks.
I want some rockin'
And I was
records.
like, okay.
I needed a rockin' record.
We put on a little Led Zeppelin. This is the
Hey, when I say rock record, hey,
the
this is rock
self-titled
record.
first album, but this is the 2014, really 2015. I don't remember.
It's a rock
release
record to
that
me,
came
Steve.
out, and we listened to side the one of the. There's like 3 records in here. And 2 of them are live at the Olympia in France, and we listened to side 4, which was like how many more times.
Yes, that's
and
great. And this
I Can't Quit You, Babe, or whatever.
these shits sound great. I mean, they sound really amazing.
They do sound great.
I'm really impressed with that.
So. Oh, and I wanted to play this because I was looking, because I like to, before we have a show, if I have time, I'll look at like this day in history and see what happened.
Right.
And it was like they played Hawaii for like, they were the first first British rock band to play Hawaii in and it was probably this album. And the review was something like, they best performing band we've seen, and so I forget what else, but it was pretty well received. And it was pretty sure it was probably that
That's
tour.
cool. And
Sure.
I'll wait until Dig of the Week to bring this up officially, but I do want to talk a little bit about, and this is a pretty common topic, but reissues versus OGs, originals of things, and what you use to draw the line between when do you get an original and when do you get a reissue. What is it that drives that decision? You guys think about that for a little bit. We're going to finish up a couple of records here, what we played, but when we get into Dig of the Week, we're gonna breach birth that subject sideways out of my own mouth butthole when we talk about it. Oh, why did we play this record?
You told me to bring, if I had it.
I know, I did tell you to bring some Tomita if you had it.
Tomita.
Now, what is this one?
This is the Planets.
Like Holtz.
This is Tomita, Isao Tomita, I guess you say it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Isao Tomita, which was one of the, really, he was pretty pioneers in his own way to bring this music.
As a synthesizer player, especially in the classical type
he did
role.
some killer stuff in the early 60s, like tone poems and stuff with electronics, but when he discovered the Moog, he got like a Moog 3 or a Moog 2 and just went to town on it.
I know him from being the Japanese cat that his albums, basically the back covers, are always like him, probably like arms
Now this
crossed,
one, this one doesn't
like
show it. This is the
crazy.
Planets, and interesting. I think the family of Holst tried to stop him and maybe sue.
Yeah, what was that deal about?
They didn't like his interpretation of the Planets, the Holst the Planets. And of course, I played Mars, the Bringer of War, because that's the most legendary, and it's such an awesome track. And a great track that Tomita, I thought was awesome the way he did it. But I also brought my Tomita pictures in an exhibition, and if you look on the back of it,
Yeah. Oh, look.
if you look on the back of it, you see a really nice shot of Tomita with his gear, and it looks, there's a lot of Moog and sequencers and patch bays, and it's pretty cool.
It's funny.
And I will say it's interesting that he died this week, or at least the 5th. Was it? When did he die? The 5th?
I think you said 5th.
Anyway.
Oh wait. Hang on. I messed up.
Are we on the air?
Oh, we're on the air.
Okay. Well, what I want to say is.
Hang on. Now say it.
What I want to say is, I think starting next Thursday or Friday is the start of the Moog Fest.
That's right.
It's in Durham this year, and actually, I think they've done a pretty good job.
Sun's going to be there.
Sono's going to be there. Laurie
An
Anderson.
hour from me.
The Orb will be there, and tons of DJs.
Get to the nitty gritty.
Well, the nitty gritty is a one-day pass is like, I think either from 90 to 160 or something, which is worth it if you're going to be an all-day music festival.
You know why
you just
there's a lot of great acts there. I want to go see Sun and Sun only, and I want to be able to pay for that show and go see that show.
Okay, well, you don't want to pay that money for that. But what's really cool is throughout the town there's some really cool installations, and they've done like, there's this one thing called the, what is it called? Hold on a second. It's called Robert Rich's Sleep Concert. It's a durational sound installation. Reminded me of what I saw when Brian Eno was there. They did Eno's 77 million paintings, and you went into this little space, and on the wall, the
it's like
images,
a dynamic environment.
The images changed, but they were so subtle and slow. Like you could just be in there for hours. And I finally decided I needed to go because there were some other Black Mile Super Rainbow and just tons of other things I wanted to see.
Sure.
So I couldn't stick around, but. The Robert Rich's Sleep Concert, it's already like capacity, I think, because you had to like get some advanced whatevers. But it starts at 12 a.m. It goes to 8 a.m.
Oh my God.
It's Friday night, and it's the first sleep concert in the USA since 2003. The music becomes a thread of consciousness that you can use to guide yourself into a state of half sleep and notice the way that your brain shifts perceptions into an internal
But do
world.
people like sleep in the
You
exhibit?
probably could. A lot of people probably will fall asleep, but if
I would
hopefully
love-
if they're awake and maybe they're enhancing themselves to stay awake, they may enhance this experience of half sleep.
That would be a very cool experiment to actually plan on going to sleep there. So it's not like
You're just snoring.
yeah, I mean, but realize that I'm gonna try to fight it. I'm gonna enjoy this thing. This is like the last thing you do of the night. So it's not like a rock show where you pass out
Well, I'm sure
because you drank too much.
they expect people to sleep. It's from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you could actually go in there and catch a nap, I bet it would be. It could be a
tons
pretty,
of other things, and it's interesting. They've done a really good job to make it almost as much workshops and people talking about their craft as they do performances. And
Your
a lot of
workshop.
these people, like the Orb, is performing on one night, and then the next day or the day before that, they're giving a lecture about what they do and how they do it.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
And then we finished up with one other record album.
Yeah, and it was because Danny Kerwin's birthday was today.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to play some Danny Kerwin, so we played Little Bare Trees. I had a few choices, but I really like Child of Mine a lot. And so I
No.
was happy to put that on
Yeah, that was
for
cool.
the show.
I don't think I don't have Bare Trees. I've got what's the other one I've got? The
You
one
have Future Games.
Future Games. That's the one. I always get Bare Trees.
They're close
Future
to each other.
Games.
This might have been his last album, and Future Games was maybe the one before that. But
Future Games is a
it
great
pisses
song.
me off that Fleetwood Mac he wasn't part of their, induction into the Hall of Fame. He's just as important as anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could definitely see that. Although Jay is an Agent Baby. Who remembers Agent Baby?
Agent Baby.
That's a great piece of grown man record night history.
I don't remember it.
Agent Baby?
I remember the words Agent.
That's
Agent.
pretty much what I meant.
Hey, I did
Steve.
bring one more record to represent the Moog Fest. I
Oh.
forgot. It's the Electric.
Yeah.
Eclectics of Dick Hyman. Probably the most wonderful name in music.
Yeah, Dick Hyman is
I love me some Dick Hyman.
he got a lot of snatch. Let's
And
be
this
honest.
is his Moog album. It's kind of cheesy, actually.
We've celebrated
I've
the
listened to it.
Moog deal, and we've not busted out Switched on Bach yet.
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there. There's a lot of good Moog. You don't have
Speaking
to go
of
switch
Hyman.
on Bach.
What?
This is on Command. Some of the
Oh.
other Dick Hymans are on Command too.
Great card stock.
Do you have Dick Hyman on Command?
I do. I fell on a fence post when I was a very young woman. This show is taking a drastic turn. It's drastic.
We
folks.
made it through what we played tonight.
Yeah, we did. Let's talk about a little dig of the week. We kind of reached the tip with our fingernail just there for a second.
Scraped it
Talked
off.
about a little dig of the week Jay had going on there. Hey, while we got a second, remember to check out and if you tell some friends about us on our YouTube channel. Get 10% off your next order at grownmanrecordnight.com.
In the store.
And also follow us during the week on our Facebook page. And if you get your uncle to join, you will receive 25% off at your checkout. Just enter the code UNCLE1. It's UNCLE1. So go to the Grown Man Record Night checkout from the merch page and enter the code UNCLE1. Receive 25% off for a referral. Yeah. So I didn't buy any record albums until this afternoon.
I
and
bought
I'm
one.
very proud of the ones that I got.
And it was this afternoon.
But when I went down, actually it was Sunday, and I wish I would have went down because I'm real slack about my mailbox. Y'all know how bad I am about my mailbox habits and behaviors. I went down there to get my mail, which was a stack of bullshit junk mail and bills and blah, blah, blah. But I had a little VCLT from our good buddy Trish Mullins. And let me put the love train up for this.
Okay.
And it's the love train. She sends me a note, says, "Hi, Mikey. Well, it's been a minute since I sent you some VCLT, so here you are. Kick back, turn up the tunes, and bring out the brewskis. Trish, P.S. Enjoy the stickers too. And she is awesome, as always.
That's all good advice.
Damn straight. And let's see what she sent us here. 2 discs. These are the lost art of the mixtape. Don't get me started. Sailing into Summer. We're coming up. She knows how to do that.
Summer.
Because I'm just starting to get that feel. Actually, I was thinking, I was talking to a colleague of ours today.
Summertime. Good time.
I was like, you know
I'm gonna have
what?
some friends over.
It's getting close to Memorial Day weekend, which is when summer kicks off for me because I watched the film
Summer rental.
Summer Rental.
Yeah.
And I start getting this feeling like
Yeah,
right
you
before I do this.
Yeah, you do.
And this is that kind of, look at that. That kind of reminds me of the Summer Rental. Tell me some of the tracks on there.
Let's go down some tracks.
Bust some out.
Let's go All Aboard Trinidad, Jamaican International Dance, Perez Hammond. Sunshine, Sun Ora, and M. Getty's Jerry. New Carrie and Dread, Inner Circle, The Party's On, Hank Williams Jr.
Oh yeah, some reggae, some Hank Jr.
Honky Tonk Man, Dwight
some
Yoakam.
honky tonk, and some
Summer's
reggae.
Cool, Jimmy Buffett.
Core Blunt.
Fun, Pitbull, featuring Chris Brown.
Nice.
Shining Star, Earth, Wind and Fire. Golden Years, David Bowie. Strutting, Billy Preston.
Oh.
Delicatessen.
Oh yeah. You write, if you're in a band and you write a name of a song, you're like, hey guys, what we should call this? We should call it the name of the band. Let the motherfuckers know.
There's about 10 other tracks on here.
That's
too.
great.
What else you got?
Loaded. Here's another one called, hold that guy up, Jay. We got another one called Sure Thing 2016. And then this one, oh snap.
You didn't do nothing.
There's her, she's got a card in here. Oh, I know, it's a sticker. Oh, that's the sticker she's talking about. What a dope sticker.
Oh shit, that's
We're
cool.
going to hang that mug
like
up.
that.
Hold that up, Jay, while I'm talking about this. We got Traffic, Jimmy Dean, the
What you
Beatles.
talking about?
Let's see, this Rolf Harris is on, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Jimmy Dean, Isaac Hayes, James Brown. Oh my God, loaded.
Gospel family singers on
Loaded.
there.
No, I need to send her some gospel family singers. I bet she'd enjoy that.
You got enough of them up there.
Not one of my records. I can't part on one of my records.
I know,
but
I know.
We got some rips.
You gonna make her a
I
mix?
make rips.
Make
I
her
got
a
rips.
mix? Make her a mix?
I've already done rips. Gospel family rips. You guys want gospel family rips? My dad had me make some rips when I first got them.
Did he really?
Some of the first ones I made some rips. I got lots of rips.
What rips you gotta put in this paragraph?
Hey, earlier this week, it's not a record album thing, but I was checking my local Goodwills and going through some. Actually, it was not a local Goodwill. It was a Goodwill I was about an hour away from.
Okay.
Checking out some business. It's one of the ones that's produced pretty heavily for me on the video game front, not necessarily on the record album front. I have gotten some great CDs from there as well. That's where I got those Zappa Ryko disc CDs up there. A big stack, like somebody's whole Zappa collection. I found the best of the Electric Company.
The best
sealed.
of the best.
It's a sealed.
Not just the best.
For $1.50, man.
The best of the best.
Yeah. And I know some of you cats grew up with an Electric Company just like I did. Oh my! The girl at the counter.
I have no idea what that is.
You never seen Electric Company?
From the Children's Television Workshop. The girls at the girl at the
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
That's where he got it all. That's where it all began.
The girl at the counter high-fived me and said, to the store, this is my dig of the day.
Dig of the day.
That's what she said. I didn't even
So
prompt
she
her.
had a dig of the day.
She said,
Did you tell her about the dig of the week?
I didn't. I was wearing logoed apparel and I didn't want to insinuate that
Or incriminate yourself.
that I was in any way associated with any type of hermagony. Tell me, you just got one record to
Oh, I got one.
Well, I'll do.
I don't care. I'll go ahead and do mine.
Do yours then on it.
You've been talking long enough.
Okay, let's do a shot.
So last week,
Let's do a shot.
I went and was digging. I came across a couple records, but one I came across was the David Bowie Heroes album.
Yeah.
And I really felt like I had to have it. It was one of those things like it's not posted for reissue and they haven't even mentioned it. It may be another year and a half. They're going to do like compilations and shit, changes.
Yeah, well, I don't understand that.
I really want Heroes to be reissued, but there it was. in its glory. Had to have it. Paid a lot of money, but very happy that I bought it because I've been listening. I've been listening to the hell out of it. But I came across this record, and
I've never seen this.
it wasn't as expensive as the Bowie album, but it was, it was like, but it was worth it. But I passed on it. But when I went back today, it was still there.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure it's in pretty good shape. This is it's a compilation, but it's a compilation of unreleased Coltrane tracks. It's called The Mastery of John Coltrane Volume 3, Jupiter Variation. And
that sounds official.
I want to say it's like Italian, maybe?
Fragile.
French import from 78.
French have a great jazz scene.
A lot of these tracks were in the 60s.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, like, it's
recorded live?
One's called,
you said this is a compilation.
No, it's a compilation. Number 1, there's 4 tracks. Number 1, Peace on Earth, Jupiter, and Leo. And what I heard on my head when I was on my phone just before I didn't buy it, I was amazed by it. It's totally avant-garde, John Coltrane.
Wow.
Alice Coltrane plays on it.
So it's out there stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty
Doesn't sound
out there.
standard.
Jimmy Garrison and Rashad Ali. But yeah, so it was there, and I was like, well, I've only got 30 seconds to buy a record because I was on my way to dinner, and I was like, I gotta, it means that I need to pick this up. So I did. So
I would
did.
have done it.
We might put it on a little later if you want to.
Yeah,
hear some more
absolutely.
jazz. I know we play some.
Let's do this in the meantime.
Okay.
I just poured your own liquor out into. Oh my God! It tastes like funny. So I stopped by a place today, and I talked about last week. I was like, oh, I saved up. I hadn't bought records in a while. I'm gonna go crazy this week. And spent like $1.75. This week I didn't get to buy any records all week long, and then I actually went after work today to a local spot, my favorite record store, Underdog Records, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Look them up.
He was voted the Yes Weekly
number
record
1
store. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Popular. Good guy.
Good guy. And so I picked up a couple of things. One of these records I picked up, and a couple other ones I ended up putting back. Because as I'm getting ready to check out, he's talking to somebody else. He's like, hey man, I've got a stack of records I've not put out. You're welcome to go through them. I'm like, oh, okay. Dang. I've kind of got my shit. Dang. So I went over there, and 2 of the records I got were out of that. And I'm like, oh! Numero uno is Tangerine Dream's Force Majeure album, or Unforeseeable Act of God, if you will.
Really good.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure. That's perfect, Jay.
I don't think I have the clear. I have the same one. I have this album, Force Majeure. I don't have a clear one.
I've seen the clear one, which is the first one, the first pressing. It's spendy. This was $6. Oh, you don't talk about price. There's one group that I won't mention, Vinyl Junkies, that'll kick you out if you mention price on the show.
Really?
In addition to not posting the video
Maybe
clip.
that's what I should do. Talk about price.
God, such fucking hard-ons.
Okay,
I don't
man.
understand them. All right.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah, I know.
We want John Miller coming after us.
And Joe Morgenstern.
Is that what Joe Morgan did?
Ball Yeah, he did the chicken wing.
On
On his way to most valuable player.
his way to the Hall of Fame.
On his way to
Is he in there?
everything.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Oh yeah,
He should be in there.
he's HOA.
He'll be in.
He talks like a neighborhood guy, like you would see in your neighborhood.
Okay.
Talk to.
Nice neighborhood.
Nice neighborhood guy. I was gonna cut my grass tomorrow. If you want to borrow my weed eater, he sounds like that guy.
Aren't you from San Diego?
San Diego.
He also always
I'm a big fan.
Means baseball coach.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to a Reds game.
Are you really?
Yeah, I already got my tickets. Headed to Indiana. We're going to do another little celebration of my dad. Going to see family back in Indiana.
Yeah.
And it's right across the river. We're actually going to, I'm taking my daughters. My wife still has to work. I'm taking my daughters to.
She gonna be at camp?
We're going to Covington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
We're going to stay in a hotel.
I've stayed there.
We're gonna walk across the bridge and go to the stadium because it's right across the way.
Hey, I've been there.
We're going to go to a game and walk across the bridge.
Indiana's right there too?
Oh, and then the next morning we get
like
up,
a
we
tri
drive.
thing?
Oh, yeah, it's a tri-state area. Yeah.
Because I've done the Kentucky,
What you do
Cincinnati
is
thing.
you go over the Ohio, and you're still in Ohio, and
OH?
from Kentucky into Ohio, and then you turn left, and you're in Indiana.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's why I lived in Kentucky.
Is that Evansville right there?
No, Lawrenceburg.
Evansville's
Indiana.
close to Illinois.
Yeah, that's a eastern.
Illinois.
45
That's a
minutes
western
worst
thing.
days.
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Neat.
And you know, while I'm in Covington, I think there's a statue of Adrian Belew because he's from Covington.
Really?
Yeah. And I think there's a statue somewhere, and I'm gonna, my daughters are gonna be really stoked about this, but I'm gonna take them to this, I'm gonna get a picture at the statue of Adrian Belew, if there is such a thing.
I've heard
So
the.
that's my goal.
I've noticed the chat server seems to be disconnected and being horsey.
Sorry about that.
So, folks, if this is
Please
jacking you up
forgive us.
live,
Please
there we
forgive
go. We
us.
got some
I
people.
think the last thing we talked
Here
about
we
was
go.
cereal.
Somebody said something, but I don't know.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
Kitty.
Somebody's coming in.
He's
Nope.
got a steak in his mouth.
No, he has nothing in his mouth. The cat has nothing in her mouth.
Kitty.
If it was a he, we wouldn't be having all these
Yeah,
kitten
Jay,
problems.
It's not a he.
I'm going to say something
He's-
about the cat.
He's don't have
I'm going to say
babies.
something.
Yeah,
You got a hole in your window.
yeah.
That cat's going out there to do business. He don't want to take a shit over there. So get rid of that. Get rid of that box.
Sometimes it's raining. And she likes to.
Yeah, but get rid.
She doesn't shit. She doesn't shit.
Get
in
rid of that
She
box.
doesn't
When I walked in here,
Oh, yeah, it hit you right in front
No, 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 no. Let me
it
tell
hit
you.
me in the
No,
face.
that is
and I
not
was
that.
like, holy crap.
That is not that.
Oh, that's your shit.
That's the kitties in the back.
Shit, dude.
That is.
You're
You're gonna have to move.
I've got 5 kittens. That is not the cat.
You're about to get professional.
Because the cat does do that. The cat goes outside.
This guy put up a sign at work and said, "Free kittens, see Mike Miller," and everyone thought it was a joke.
I got to get rid of these kittens, or we're going to have to grind them up and make a paste out of them. All right, going through the stack.
You can do kitten shots,
Did you say make paste out of?
Yeah, paste.
kitten paste.
There is very few records that have been on my extreme short list for a very long time. This is one of those record albums. And I can't believe he had this.
I got that. You already had that.
No way.
I bought that for you.
No, that's V4.
Yeah, well, shit.
This is the one,
Mine,
I've seen
I had
this.
that reissue.
I've seen this on
last week,
End is near.
or a week before.
on the internet where it says you can only trust yourself in the first 6 Black Sabbath albums.
You're right about that.
And this is the one I'm missing. Masters
Since-
Reality.
I think 6 is pushing it.
Firks Pressin, U.S.
Master of Puppets.
U.S.
Is that?
Masters Reality. And
is
this
that-
has been
Is that
on
the green label?
yeah, the green Warner label.
Warner
This has
label?
been in my extreme short list. So I now have moving forward. I've got
It
the.
says VG.
It's in pretty good shape.
He says VG vinyl with minimal surface noise. It was
It's
$6.
like your pet sounds, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not going to be perfect, but it was also $6. And I didn't want to buy.
Nice.
This leads me to my question.
That might be your
What's
dig
the
of year.
question? Let's hear the question.
Now my question is,
Your question.
when is the jumping off point for OGs versus reissues?
Jumping off point.
Because to me, I knew if I waited long enough, and I'm not saying this is a pristine, sounds crystal clear version, but I knew if I waited long enough, I would find an original version or close thereto of this album. And same way with stuff like, God, I don't want to say, because I mean, like, okay, Bowie's, for instance.
Bowie,
You're not-
that's a good one to talk about.
You're not going to find them.
Well,
You're probably not going to
They're in
find
the
them.
reissue mode right now.
Well, that's what I'm.
And
No,
that's
no,
that's
I'm
the-
talking about the originals.
I know.
You're
I know.
not going to see them.
But look, that's what I'm talking about. Last week I came across Heroes. Now I could wait because I know it's coming out, and it'll probably be out
Right.
in the next year and a half. It'll be out. But when I saw it, I said I want it now, and I don't want to wait a year and a half.
Well, and
That's an original. I want it.
for certain things, I want the original. But Bowie's Heroes, I've never seen that
No, you won't see it.
ever. So and,
I mean-
okay, here's one I want.
You'll see Low.
Man Who Sold the
maybe.
World. I want it, bad.
Yeah.
I've never seen it my entire life. Now the reissue's out, it's $21.
Sure, you can buy it,
I can just go buy it.
and it's a great album.
It's a great album. It's probably a pretty good version. It probably sounds pretty good with these reissues.
And I'll say of all the early albums, that's like his heaviest in terms of like, you know.
But here was my point today when I was talking to the record store owner at Underdog, Jonathan. I'm saying I had somebody tell me that they were interested in going and buying the reissue, deluxe edition, whatever shit they want to plug around it, of Rumors. And I said, I've seen Rumors used for a couple of dollars no less than 10 times.
Right.
I'm sure
Well, it was probably the most popular album in the 1970s.
You have to put in your time, or there's another select group of people that say, I want the next or this blank album, and I either go to the store and they have it brand new as a reissue, or they go to Amazon or eBay and order it.
But look,
and have no interest in spending 5 months digging around, and then lo and behold, the son of a bitch pops up.
The cool thing about the deluxe reissue of Rumors is you're going to get a record that has shit on it that you never heard before.
True.
And that's such a legendary
But say
album.
say that's not the case. Say it's
Okay.
just a deluxe edition in terms of
so
thick vinyl.
it's Green Day's Dookie and a deluxe edition of it.
It's going to be a good copied and remastered and sound good, and you know that.
Yeah.
Which is great. But for me, I would get so much more joy out of like having that record pop up somewhere months down the road. I'm like, oh my God, I've literally been looking for Master Reality for
Oh, I know.
I don't think they put Dookie out on
years. It is a lot.
I just
original.
I just
I'm
threw
talking
that
about
out.
originally.
Years.
Threw that out there. There's no original vinyl of Dookie.
Yeah.
And of all the cool shit that I've found that we've talked about on the show, this has never shown up to me.
I will say six. I mean, don't talk price, but for $6, that's
Yeah, that's
pretty
usually
amazing.
At least 12.
I've seen it one other time used. It was $14 or $16.
Sure.
Not a Vertigo. I think it was U.S. And maybe it was in better shape than this, but whatever. But I just don't. There's got to be some kind of jumping off point there. For me, it's things that I'm like, I'm never going to see this, or when I do see it, it's going to be $40 or $50, and I'm not going to do that. So, you know, like
You hit the nail on the head.
Nirvana, Nevermind.
That's one I bought.
You're going to go buy a reissue.
Because you're never going to see that.
You're never, I mean, and who wants to spend $250 on a
Pearl
record?
Jam 10 today.
You're off mic, Jay.
I almost bought Pearl Jam 10 for $15.
But it was the reissue,
Sorry, I'm
right?
not supposed to talk about price.
It was the reissue.
That's cheap for
You got one more
that's
record to
cheap
talk
for
about. Why don't you go ahead and talk about it? If you're going to talk about it. Because I want to hear about it.
This one was in the
This was
regular section, or like the new arrivals, not in the not been out yet.
really.
You had to pick it up. It is King Crimson's Starless and Bobble Black special half-speed mastered pressing from '87. VG++, it said. This is what, the sixth album? Is this the sixth album?
This is in the midst of the power trio. That was probably, in most people's opinions, is probably the best version of King Crimson, and I agree. John Wetton, what's his fucking drummer's name? From Bill Bruford, and Robert Fripp, and they did Red, they did Lark's Tongue and Aspic, and they did Starless and Bible Black, and it's up there. It's a great album. And you said it's half mastered. I think I had that. It's '87. I think I might have that same version. I have to look into that.
And this is not one that I know a lot about. Not a lot, but I know those core records that you just mentioned. I don't know this one.
No, this
well.
one gets less airplay, but it's great album. And there's songs I forget that are on this that are.
It's not as grabby as Red
but it's awesome.
But you know what I mean. But it's not
right.
on the surface as
Red
seminal.
probably stands out as one of the best albums of all.
For some reason, it doesn't stand out. But I also knew that I wasn't going to leave it in there.
No, never do that.
And it was a little bit of money, but not crazy.
I'll say this. We talk about like fusion and jazz and folks like Miles Davis, and in my
Billy
opinion,
D. We call it.
let me
Billy
ask
D.
you this:
Yeah.
If Miles Davis were to play in a prog band, what band would he play in?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it was always been King Crimson.
Absolutely.
That's where I find Miles Davis.
Or imagine King Crimson with Ornette Coleman.
Well, that's very doable.
Even
especially after
more
what
so.
I heard tonight.
Yeah.
And what about Queensryche? Jay says.
What if they covered "Oh Sheila," my favorite Prince song ever? Oh Sheila, hey me, oh Sheila. That's what it says.
I'm thinking Ronnie Talked to Russia.
Yeah, or the Rawhide theme song. You guys like
Rawhide.
You guys like westerns, don't you?
You hit the tripod.
Had some beer in it.
Good show.
I have some beer in me.
Thanks for
okay,
watching.
everybody, let's use the restroom.
Are we done?
No.
Can I go in my car now and drive home?
Let's take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with a soda
Hey,
stick
let's
and chip
open
chat.
this. What's this?
No, don't open that.
Silly.
No, don't do
slugs.
that.
I'm
Don't do
gonna open this
don't open that.
and just start shaking it.
That's going to go everywhere.
Whatever Mike had.
Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with a soda stick and chip chat here on a brand new
We're gonna drink
grown
this.
man Rio card.
Rabbit night.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, James J. Dillon, Ric Flair, The Four.
Soda in the fridge. Cardinal cream or something. Motherfucking St. Louis.
丸書いてお豆が2つおむすび1つあっという間に星のカービィなんでも吸い込む星のカービィ
吸い込みぶっつけ攻撃ぷかぷか空飛びの術かわいいやんちゃポーズ星のカービィゲームボーイで新発売
Yeah, but that Joe's Sergeant Slaughter. He's joined the G.I. Joe team.
So we're celebrating by giving away Sergeant Slaughter action figures. But you can't buy them in stores. You've got to earn them. Here's how.
Collect 5 Sergeant Slaughter certificates or call the number on the certificate, and Sergeant Slaughter will tell you how to get in on the action with only 4 certificates. There's a $1 handling charge. See details in specially marked packages.
G.I. Joe. Nobody takes on Cobras better than Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah!
You know, a lot of people will tell you that drugs are cool and that everybody's doing them. But you know what? They're wrong. See, everybody's not doing drugs, and you don't have to try them to be cool. Look, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but I am telling you that you don't have to do something you don't want to just to keep your friends happy. I mean, if that's the way they feel, then maybe they're not your friends. And maybe they're not as cool as you thought they were. This is how I feel, and if you think that makes me uncool, you're wrong.
For information, call 1-800-223-DARE.
Problem page. I've got problem perspiration. The hotter it gets, the wetter I get. I spend all summer bathing in perspiration.
Dear dripping wet, take my advice and use Mitchum. It's one product specially made for problem perspiration. You'll be surprised how effective it is.
Dear problem page, Mitchum's changed my life. I can't believe it. I'm a new person.
Mitchum for problem perspiration.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. I'll teach him everything that I know. My buddy and me like to climb up a tree. My buddy and me, we're the best friends that could be. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
My Buddy from Play School.
Meow, meow,
Meow.
meow. Meow.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that commercial break, and hopefully you will personally endorse some of those products.
Buy it
Help us
all.
pay our
Buy
bills.
everything you saw.
Let's talk about a so to speak. You brought something over, Steve, this evening.
I did.
Where'd this business come from?
When I was in Marietta, in Atlanta.
Near the Georgia area.
I found that. I went to that. There was a record store. It's part of an antique shop, but they were closed. They closed really like at 5 o'clock.
Varsity Hot Dogs.
What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? So, but right next door to this place is a Rocket Fizz
Okay.
soda shop. They sell tons. A lot of those novelty sodas, actually, if you look at it, comes from this Rocket Fizz company, I think.
Yeah.
Like that one we did that got banned in Europe. The bubble, your all out of bubble gum.
Yeah.
Roddy Piper.
The one from They Live.
I think if we even mention it, we might get blocked.
Let's
But
not get blocked.
Here's one I came across. I decided I wanted this one as well. Weeks ago, when I did the Denver trip, on the way back from Denver, we stopped in St. Louis, and went to the Arch, and near the Arch there was a Subway, and in the Subway there was a chip machine, and I got a bag. A vending machine.
Vending machine.
That had chips in it.
B7.
I got a bag. It was a small bag, but I brought it to the show. We ate it.
Okay.
It was Fitz's, some kind of barbecue chip. I think Fitz's might be a St. Louis barbecue. I'm trying to. I didn't do my research, so pardon me the hell, but we did the chips, and I came across the soda. I thought, well, let's do the soda. I didn't put two and two together. It's Fitz's Cardinal Cream, and you and I are both very anti-Cardinal.
Yeah.
But this is Cardinal Cream with pure
cream.
It's like a cream soda. It's a red cream soda is what it is.
Oh, red cream. Okay, let's hold this guy up. Before we can take a sip of it.
Is it a twist open, or are we going to have to do some jobs on it?
It should be a twist. A little closer, Jay. A little closer. There you go. Hold on. Let it. Back it up. There you go. Let it focus.
So we got
right there.
A Cardinal Cream. We're going to try on the show tonight.
Cardinal Cream.
It's a shame we already. It's a shame we already ate the chips.
You got a Bic? He got a Bic? He got a Bic?
I don't know how you do that, but nice.
Cardinal Cream, so give it a shot on it.
Oh, that's definitely a red cream soda.
That's a red. Is this a cane sugar thing?
Yep. Yep.
Cane sugar, red cream soda.
Cocaine sugar.
I will say I like a red cream. My only problem with a red cream is at one point I ate a bunch of bean dip with some Pringles Cheez-Ums and red cream soda.
You know, it's funny you say that. I was
days.
just thinking, my friend Jack, who's been on the program, we were in marching band together, and one night he drank a lot of Jack Daniels before the night before St. Patrick's Day. And our marching band, the Windsor Forest Knights, we marched in the St. Patrick's Day parade. And I was the drum major, and he played fucking clarinet, but he got so wasted. The next morning, he went to pick him up. He had eaten a bag of carrots.
Oh no!
While he was drunk, but he had thrown up the carrot. Looked like carrot shavings in a pool of red.
Oh my God!
On the carpet in his.
And orange and red clashes very badly.
Then he peed on it.
So anyway, cream soda seems to be unified in its revolvement around vomit.
Think about this: bean dip, Pringles Cheez-Ums, red cream soda, vomitos for several days at a time.
Okay.
I mean, it ran out, of course.
But this is good. I'll say this is.
That's a good.
If you want a red cream soda, try it. It's good.
That's pretty decent.
If you can find it, whatever. Good luck.
I'm sure it's got a lot of sugar in it, but it doesn't come across as quite as sugary.
Oh, it's pretty sugary.
It is, but it doesn't really smack you in the.
You're not going to get any caffeine. It's caffeine free.
It doesn't smack in the dork with sugary to me.
No.
No more than I want it to. Hey-oh. Oh, hey. Tony Maselli.
Wah-wah.
Tony Maselli.
Okay.
What are we doing for a chip chat area?
Why don't we talk about it then? I think Boss Man sent us some chips.
Boss Man sent us some chips? Him and Kimmy? Some Boss Man and Kimmy chips? Where'd these come from?
Boss Man.
I mean, you remember what, were these from this area?
This is a Wise chip, and Wise is in lots of places. I don't see them around here much, but they were in Georgia a lot.
Yeah?
It's like a Tom's.
Yeah, we see Wise.
Everybody
here.
knows Tom's, right? Yeah.
Grew up with Wise here more than Tom's.
Okay, there's more. There's Wise. If you're in South, it might be like a Golden Flake, a regional thing. This is a interesting food truck favorites.
Okay, it's a series.
I love a good food truck.
Absolutely.
I love the Al Pastor tacos.
My
this happens
favorite
to be the
food ever.
beef barbacoa tacos from Wise. I'm really interested. I really want. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to admit to you right now. The only reason I came to the show tonight because I wanted to try these chips.
I want these to be good.
Probably. Oh, yes. Not so wide. Oh, I ripped the bag in half.
That's all right. That means we got to eat all of them.
I wanted to open the bag so you could show the chips when you went up there with it, but
yeah.
I'm going to grab some of my favorites.
Okay.
This is beef barbacoa, which is barbecue pork for in a food truck, kind of, and I'll say food truck, but what it is, it's like street food in Mexico. Oh, that's good.
It's a salt and vinegar with a barbecue thing going on.
It's like body odor.
It's very sweaty.
Very sweaty. Taste the salt and vinegar?
I taste the barbecue. Coleslaw. What are you saying?
Well, sure. Maybe vinegar.
When you're saying salt and vinegar, I'm thinking coleslaw.
To me, it tastes like the Utz Carolina style barbecue, which is just salt and vinegar mixed with barbecue.
That's good. They say the wise guys say the wise guys. This recipe comes from the beef barbacoa tacos that's served in a food truck in Boston called Northeast of the Border.
Why do they pick that one food truck?
They show the logo on there, Northeast of the Border.
With a sugar skull. It's a good chip. Don't get me wrong.
Good, yeah.
I'm going to eat some of them.
I totally approve of the
with my
beef
mouth.
barbacoa.
It's a good chip. I'm going to choke on them first. Hey.
What if this chip killed you?
It could. I'd rather be killed by a chip than some other bullshit. Thanks for joining us for Grown Man Record Night.
Mikey Bananas, 2017.
No, it's 2016 now, Jay.
Get with the program.
We've had a good program this evening. We had a lot of good record albums we talked about. We talked about some good VCLT from our good buddy Trish. We talked about some rockin' albums and some reissued albums and some non-reissued albums. We also talked about a good soda pop and a good potato chip. So I don't know what the hell else you want from me off the internet for free, but that's all you're getting tonight. But next week, we'll have some else.
Well?
Talk about it.
Really?
Losing my voice. It's a good time in the program. I ain't got no voice.
You don't ever do reruns, do you?
No. No. No rerun.
I want to do one of those episodes where we like go back in time, go back and look at other episodes.
That'd be hard to do. But hey, thanks everybody for joining us, Grown Man Record Night. Be sure to check out our YouTube page and our Facebook page. And we'll come back.
We should do a whole episode on Greenwall.
We'll do a Greenwall. We'll come back next week with a brand new episode. Thanks everybody for joining us. For Jay the Curbist and Steve Fever, I'm Mikey Bananas. We'll see you next week on a brand new Grown Man Record Night. And as always,
what about me?
Bump, set,
Salvatore.
See you next week, Grown Man Record Night. Oh my God, I got a chip hung.